Hi beautiful people, welcome to Miss Campbell's teaching channel. This is my first official video and I'm so excited to teach you all. This channel is meant for parents, guardians, teachers, and students, kindergarten through 5th grade, who are ready to learn, review, or just practice for a test in reading, writing, math, and social studies Common Core standards. In today's lesson, we are going to work on second grade standard, the second grade standard for math. And math, it is how to subtract 3-digit numbers with 0 in the tens place using a vertical way strategy. Now this sounds a little tricky, but in the plain terms, all we're doing is using a 3-digit number. Now 3-digit numbers look like this: 1, 0, 0. That's a 3-digit number. Or 2, 3, 9. So my students who are just reviewing 3-digit numbers, and this is your first time ever looking at 3-digit numbers, that's 3-digit numbers. If I were to take away a 0, a 9, this would be a 2-digit number. This would be a 2-digit number. I take away a 3. That's a 2-digit number. I take away a 0. That's a 1-digit number. This is a 1-digit number. Okay? So 3-digit numbers are just having 3 numbers, 3 digits. Let's start off with 234 minus 106. Minus 106. That's super simple, right? So for those who are struggling a little bit because this is a little tricky, don't fret, don't get upset. Take a deep breath, breathe in, exhale, and let's get to it. Let's learn. Learning is fun and it's so educational. Hopefully at the end of this video, you are ready to master it, ready to do problems at home all by yourself, okay? So first things, we're gonna start in the ones place. Now, the way we do this is by going here to this column. So I'm going to draw a line because that's going to help me know where's the hundreds place. The hundreds place is here, right? Then we have the tens, and then we have the ones. Okay? So we have hundreds, we have tens, and we have ones. You always, no matter what, you start in the ones place. Repeat after me. Start in the ones place. One more time. Start in the ones place. Okay, now we know to start in the ones place, we're going to say 4 minus 6. What? 4 fingers. Can I take away 6? No, I don't think so. So, in that case, if you cannot, you take away 6 because we don't want a negative number, we are going to go to the tens place and we're going to knock on 10's door and we're going to borrow a 10. Now, when I say borrow a 10, all I mean is I'm going to cross out the 3, right? And I'm going to unbundle that 3. So the 3 in the tens place, it's a 3. I'm going to take away a 10. And how many fingers do I have left? So if you want to see that better, I have 3. In the tens place, it's actually 30, right? There's actually 10, 20, 30. So in the tens place, this 3 is not just a regular 3 ones. No, it's 3 tens. So since it's 3 tens, it's a 10, 20, 30. It's a 30, right? So if I'm taking away this 30, I'm taking away that 10 from the 30. I'm going to bring this 10 over here to the ones place. So I add that 10, right? So I say 10 plus 4. Now, I hope I'm not going too fast, but let me slow it down one quick second. 10 plus this 4. Remember, we borrowed a 10, unbundled that 30 and brought it over to the ones place. So now the 4 is no longer 4 ones, but it is, let's see, we have a 10 plus 4 more. So you would say 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So what number is that? Yes, 14. So that 4 now becomes a 14. But looky here, we knocked on 10's door and we asked for a 10, right? So what happens to the 3? Does it still remain a 3? No, if I had 3, 10, 20, 30, I have 30, and I borrowed a 10. Does that become a 30? No, that's 2 fingers, so that's a 10, and that's a 20, right? Do you see that? That's 20. So now this 3, you can write a 2, or you can write, you know that it's a 20. You don't need to write 20, right? Yeah. So now we're done. We went to the ones place, we borrowed a 10, we brought it to the ones place to make the 4 a 14. The 3 becomes a 2, and now do we need to go to hundreds place and knock on its door? No, no, no. Very simple, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to say 14 minus 6. 14 minus 6. One of the ways I do this is I put up a fist. And I say, fist, you are now at 14, right? And I'm going to count backwards. So I'm going to say 14. Counting backwards. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So that's 8. I have 6 fingers. So that's 8. Then I go to the tens place and I say 2 minus 0. We know that 2 take away nothing equals 2. So it stays the same. Can you take away a 0? No. So the 2 stays the same. And then you go to the hundreds place. The hundreds place, you're going to start at the top. 2 minus 1. Very simple. Put up your 2 beautiful fingers. Take away 1. You have 1 left. And our answer is 128. Very simple, right? I hope you like that. I hope you enjoy that. I'm going to show you what is so tricky about 3-digit numbers when the 0 is not at the bottom, but the 0 is at the top. It gets a little tricky, so please pay attention. This part, I'm going to erase because we're done with that, right? We don't need to do that anymore. We're going to go to the 0 to the tens place. So I'm going to still leave up the hundreds, the tens, and the zeros because we always start in the ones place, right? So I'm going to write the number 703 minus 246. Okay? Again, 703 minus 246. I flip the 0 and I put it up into the ones place. Not the ones place, I put it up to the tens place because I want to show you another trick of how to subtract 3-digit numbers with the 0 in the tens place. Okay? Now remember, when we're doing this and we're doing subtraction, what place value do we start in? Do we start in the hundreds? No. Do we start in the tens? No. Do we start in the ones? Yes. We always start in the ones place. So we're going to say 3 minus 6. Put up your 3 beautiful fingers. Can you take away 6? No, you cannot. So what do we need to do? Let's think. We need to knock on 10's door and borrow a 10, right? All right. Oh, we can't do that. We can't do that because there's a 0. So if we can't do that, we need to knock on, yep, you guessed correct, hundreds. So we need to knock on hundreds door and borrow a 10. Now I have a question for you. If I were to put up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? We have 5 fingers, and then 6, 7. The others are just there, right? So that would be a 10. Do you see that? That's a 20, a 30, a 40, a 50, a 60, a 70. So in terms, all I'm doing is drawing a 10, a 20, a 30, a 40, a 50, a 60, a 70. But are these 70s? No. We're in the hundreds place. So these should turn into 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, so that you understand what place value you are in, okay? So 700. Now I'm going to unbundle that 10, and I'm going to bring it over to the ones place. No, okay? No, do not bring it over to the ones place. You're going to borrow that 10, and you're going to bring it to the hundreds. From the hundreds to the tens place, okay? So I'm going to write a 10, because now our 0 is a bigger number at the top, and we need the numbers to be bigger at the top. So I take away that 10, and I have how much left? That's 60, right? Because 700 take away a 10 equals 600. 600. I'm getting a little crazy. Hopefully you're following along. My words are getting slurred, a little nervous. I hope you're enjoying this video. Remember, we are in the hundreds place. We just borrowed a 10 and we're bringing it to the tens place, okay? Now the 6 is going to be written right here. And that's going to represent 600 tens. But we still have our 3 at the top, and 3 is too small. So now in the tens place, I know that there's a 10, which is super big. So I'm going to cross out the 10, bring it over to the ones place, right? Right? We have 10 fingers. That represents 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. But we just need only 10. So I'm going to bring that 10 plus 3. Now the 3 becomes a 13, yep. And you take away that 10 and you write a 9. Remember, why are we writing a 9? Because we took away a 10. And so that means there are 9 fingers left, right? Which is 9 tenths. Now we can solve. Are all the numbers at the top bigger than the bottom? Yes, they are. Now we're going to start in the hundreds place? No. Are we going to start in the tens place? No. Are we going to start in the ones place? Yes. Always, always, no matter what, start in the ones place. I know I keep saying this over and over, but it's super important because a lot of my students I've noticed in second grade have started in the hundreds, and that makes the answer wiggity wrong, right? It's super wrong. It doesn't show you the correct answer. You need to always start in the ones place. So let's begin. 13 take away 6. We have 13. And now I'm going to go backwards. So I'm going to say 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 7. So that means 13 take away 6 equals 7. Okay? 7. And then we move to the tens place. 9. 9 minus 4. This is a simple one, so we really need to count backwards. Oh no. We're going to put up 9 fingers, right? This is 5. Plus 4 more equals 9. So that means 9 take away 4 is going to equal 5, right? So I'm going to write 5. And then we're going to go to the hundreds place. And at the top we have 6. And at the bottom we have 2. So 6 take away 2. That's simple. 6, 5, 4. That's 4. So that means our answer is 457. Okay, so let's try one more problem. We're going to start with the number 700. So grab your paper and pencil and say 700 minus 568. I want you to try to do that by yourself using the strategy that I taught you about vertical way, where we go straight down into the hundreds, tens, and ones. But we always start in the ones place. So what would be my first step? Yes, I would go in the ones place and I would say 0 minus 8. 132. And that's our answer. And hopefully you got that answer too. I will finish off by giving you a problem to solve, and you can check with your parents, or parents you can check with your students, or teachers you can check with your classrooms on how to subtract this next problem that I'm going to write down. But hopefully you all enjoyed this video and it's really helpful. Always remember, if you have numbers like 800 where there is a 0 in the ones place, a 0 in the tens place, you always, no matter what, go to the hundreds place and you borrow. Okay? So you go ahead, you can solve that problem, see how you do. If you still struggle, please review the video, review the vertical way strategy of always starting in the ones place and making sure you go to the hundreds place to borrow. Okay? I hope you enjoyed this video, everyone. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe if you love more videos on any topic for reading, writing, math, or social studies Common Core standards. Please fill out the comment box. Tell me what you would like to learn. I'm here to help you. I love to teach, so it's such a passion of mine. I'm here to help you. So let me know. Comment below. Subscribe for more amazing videos. And thank you all for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye.